Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mart, and we make art or something similar to it here. How are you? I haven't been gone long this time, so I'm pretty happy that I made it through here. And I decided to make a time lapse or a speed paint of this portrait I did of Cassie that I started weeks ago from episode 4, I think it was. And I love the shot, so I wanted to paint her, and my feelings have been changing towards her character, but you know. I've been wanting to do a video about Euphoria for a very long time because I love watching TV shows and movies and making like kind of a commentary type of video, but I didn't know how to approach it, and I decided to make it through this speed paint that you're seeing now on screen about the show and about the process that I did throughout the whole video. Right now, Cassie is not looking like Cassie. If you see the screen, this looks nothing like her, but trust the process, it does look like her at the end of the video, and I actually pretty proud of the result of the portrait. It's not the same that I'm used to do. I did some like changes in style and everything. I'm actually pretty happy, so I hope you enjoy this. So let's talk about Euphoria. This season has been very different from what I'm used to. I mean, obviously it was going to change because it was a different season, but I felt that there were many changes that weren't originally there. Maybe something happened behind closed doors, I'm not really sure. I've heard rumors about the actors maybe fighting with Sam Levinson, who is the director and writer of the whole show. Like Barry Ferreira, it was said that she and him had an argument, and that's why Kaz's character was basically like cut off the whole show. And I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this TV show in particular because I really like the first season. I have some criticism of it, and I'm trying to make that criticism without, being mean, because this show visually, it's amazing, it's outstanding, but I feel like the storytelling this season didn't know where to go. And I'm kind of scared to put my thoughts out there because some people are really like fighting for their lives for this show, but I believe that the original idea was scrapped because of whatever happened, or maybe this was the original idea and I don't know what happened, but I feel like there were many plot holes and things that were missing in this season, and obviously we're gonna see them in season 3, but I feel like there were many points that were just brushed off from last season that I believe that were very important for this one. Like the whole thing that happened between Nate, Maddie, and Jules in the first season, where they literally lied to the police, so they sent a man to jail. That was because Nate was literally blackmailing Jules into going to the police and make a false statement, and that wasn't acknowledged at all. Also, I don't think Rue knows this. I don't think it was addressed in any way in the show, that Rue doesn't know that this happened between Nate and Jules. I mean, in the first season we see her narrating about that, but I don't know if she knows it like in real time or the narration is really like years later, because of the last minutes of the season when Rue is just saying like, I stayed sober for most of the year, but it wasn't my choice. Like, it feels like something that she would narrate years in advance, maybe. Like, the narration, it's really like in the future, or maybe it was like a letter like the one she wrote to her father in the funeral. I'm thinking something like that, maybe something she lives written somewhere. But I think that was an important plot point that wasn't addressed at all. It was kind of addressed when Nate gives back the CD with the video of Jules and Nate's dad. But besides that, there was no interaction between the two of them, and I don't know what happened there. And also, Cassie, like last year, there were many things about her that, like LAKEY and her having an abortion in the last season that wasn't acknowledged also in this season. And I think those things are important. Like LAKEY literally disappeared after the first episode, and it just feels very weird. I don't know, I felt like there were so many things that they could have addressed, but maybe they decided that those things were not important for this season. And also, what I'm most not mad but I'm confused is the whole Lori thing. Like, it was established that Faye, she lied to the police, kind of, because her boyfriend was trying to not frame but turn Fess into the police. And that Faye say, "Why are you lying? You know Lori killed Mouse." And I get that she said that so she could save Fess and Ashtray, but I don't think what Faye says is enough to keep Lori away, so it justifies Rue basically being free without her debt. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what happened to her, because I was really like pounding, my heart was pounding when episode 5. It was a really intense episode, and the whole Lori thing about her Rue owing her money was addressed there, and then suddenly she disappeared and I don't know what happened to her. So I'm not mad, but I wanted to know what was going on there. One thing I am mad about though is Elliot singing in the last episode. Like, the song was beautiful because the lyrics were beautiful and everything, but I don't think it needed to be like 3-4 minutes in this show, because that takes a lot of space and time for another plots to develop there. And I think it would have gone better. You could have just showed like the song, the whole song, but maybe intertwined with other scenes. Maybe like Cassie and Maddie fighting, or maybe addressing some other stuff. I don't know. It just felt weird, like kind of out of place. Like that one scene in the play where Kat is like twerking in front of her computer like she did in the first season. Like, that felt so out of place because we didn't have anything leading up to that point. It's the same with Elliot. Like, we knew he played the guitar and stuff like that, but I don't think we needed a 4 minutes scene of him singing. But, you know, whatever. Now I'm addressing the elephant in the room. Why am I drawing Cassie after all the stuff that she has done this season? Like I said before, I've been drawing her since episode 4 was out, which is the one from the shot here. And in that episode, up until that episode, maybe up until episode 7, I was feeling like pity for her. I still do feel for her, but it's just different this time, because after like Maddie found out that Cassie was sleeping with Nate, I was like, Cassie, you can turn around, you can just leave the guy, but she's going through a lot of like inner demon stuff. Like, I don't know how she's addressing this. She's addressing this in this way. She needs male validation, and she found that in Nate. And it's just also it lapse in her whole, maybe she being jealous of Maddie, of who she is as a person, of how confident she is, even though her life is not perfect, because we see in the play that Maddie actually like moved in with Cassie and Lexi because of her home life. And even so, Maddie always maintained this front of her being super confident, even though her life wasn't perfect. And I don't think that Cassie is able to do that, so she's jealous of Maddie. And she wants to replicate that through like superficial stuff, like her hair, her makeup, her clothes, and Nate. So I think it was more like an inner thing from herself to be with Nate rather than, you know, her actually being in love with Nate. I don't know. I don't think she does care for him. She just cares about the image that he brings with him. It's very telling of how she behaves towards him. Like in episode 7, when she's like moving in with Nate and everything, she's like, you can control everything about me. And it's very weird for me. That was very weird, but it's also like she lacked a father figure in her life, and she's trying to find it through her relationships, and like she lacked this control over her life, and I think she's trying to find it through Nate, who is a very controlling person. So I never root for her in any point. I felt bad for her because I don't think that she knows what to do. When you have mirror her actions with Maddie, that you see that even though things have not worked out for her, she's trying and everything, and she's actually just getting out from this abusive relationship she has with Nate. And at the end of the episode, when Maddie tells Cassie this is just the beginning, it's like the beginning of Cassie like being in emotional hell with Nate, like Maddie was. And I hope she finds herself and actually humbles herself, because even though I felt sorry for her, it also felt kind of satisfying when Maddie got her, because it was at some point where she was kind of playing the victim, and I hear you, baby, I do, but also you were she was very cocky about it, and I can't watch that. Like her interrupting the play, like I get it, but up to that point there was nothing addressing Cassie in a bad light more than, you know, her comparison of her relationship with Lexi and Maddie, you know, in the play. But there wasn't something inherently bad about her in the play. She got mad because Lexi humiliated Nate in the play with that iconic scene. So she is not mad even for herself. She's mad because of Nate. And it just feels so like, girl, shut up, please. Shut up. Stop embarrassing yourself. She fell through very low points in this season, and I never thought that she could be lower, but she got there really low. And I hope that after that stuff happens, after the play, that she actually starts to think, maybe I'm the one who's wrong, because yes, bad things have happened to her, but that doesn't justify her actions. And I hope that she in her heart finds and understands that Nate is a really bad guy, and he's controlling, manipulative, and abusive, and that Maddie is right, and that she can apologize, but really apologize. And also the whole scene with Nate where she was like, but I'm crazier. And then she couldn't even face Maddie. She knows she's wrong. I just hope in season 3 we can address that. Another thing I wanted to talk about this season was the visuals. The visuals were amazing. Like, the show popped off this season with the visuals. It was amazing. Some shots could have been literal paintings, and I love that. Thank you, director of photography, art director, everyone on set making that. Also the music, Labyrinth, again doing amazing stuff. Literally a genius. So I think those things, like the aesthetics and the music, and of course the acting, everyone on that show knows how to act. Especially Zendaya, you can see her shine in episode 5. But also Nika King was amazing throughout this season as well. Well, everyone was amazing, of course. Sydney Sweeney was amazing this season, even though her character was not so pleasing, but she acted so well. Everyone shined, and I think those things mixed together make like a huge standard for the show, but the storytelling didn't match those things. I think that the storyline between Cassie and Nate was dragged too long. Like, from the first 4 episodes, I didn't care about them. Like, yes, you could have shown them being together and being secretive, but I didn't think that it was going to be such a big thing in this season, but it was. I wanted to see a little bit more of Jules, really, because she also felt like she wasn't a main character anymore this season, and I don't know why. She barely had any lines during the last 2 episodes, and of course a lot of people are mad at her because of what she did with Elliot, and I'm with you, but I don't think that justifies the train hate she gets. I don't like Elliot at all. I don't like the man. I don't think he ever had any kind of good intentions with them both, with Rue and Jules. I don't know. He was like, his sole purpose this season was to break them up. And I get it, because both of them, Jules and Rue, were not good for each other. But him was just like, I don't know. He has this energy to him that I don't like. Also, in the episode where they tell Rue's mom about Rue still using, they flush the drugs to the toilet. Elliot knew that Rue had those drugs from Lori. He knew that, and he let them throw the drugs away instead of saying, hey, Rue got these drugs from this lady, and she's dangerous. He never said anything about that, so I don't trust him at all. And some people also said that maybe they shouldn't have snitched to her mom about Rue using, but I think that was the right choice. Rue is finally clean again, and I'm very happy to see her clean, because she looks like we have seen her go through this transformation throughout the show, but she's always been this girl who is really sad, missing her dad, very lost in the world, with lots of things going inside her head. And I don't think we acknowledge that from the first season. We just like, she's an addict and that's all, but there were many things leading to her being an addict in her life, and when we finally see her clean is amazing to see, and I'm very happy for her. I just hope that she can stay clean throughout the 3rd season, and I know that won't happen because she says that she stayed clean for most of the year, I believe. So that means that she relapsed at some point. I just want her to be happy. I don't know. The other thing that I felt was a surprise from this season was the relationship that was developed between Fast and Lexi. I didn't expect that at all. Like, I saw the trailer and was like, these two together, how they're gonna work. And they really do. They do work. And I'm really sad about what happens to Fast in the season finale and Ashtray. It's just, it was really bittersweet, and I was like in the edge of my seat the whole time. Faye, I love you for trying to save them. I cannot believe that Ashtray did that again, and I just hope Fast is okay. That I hope he didn't die or something, because that they didn't make that clear. He was clearly shot and taken by the police, but I don't know if he made it or not. I hope he did. I also hope Faye comes back and the other characters return to their normal status of them being like main characters. But I guess we'll see that when the next season arrives in 2024. So. So here's the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications because that really helps me. I'm sorry I made this rant so long, but I had so many stuff to say, and I actually have more. So never mind, I hope you enjoy this. Again, if you can leave a like or a comment, that really helps me. And I hope you guys have a beautiful week, a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!